Hello everyone. You are watching Thinkonomics Study with Navarun. Myself Navarun, Senior Subject Master of Economics in St. Paul School, Darjeeling. In our previous lesson, we have discussed about the money, the existence of money, supply of money in the economy. Now, according to the syllabus of ICSE and CBSE, the second portion of the chapter is banking. So, in order to start with banking, my dear boys and girls, we have to know what do we mean by bank. It is always good that if we refer to the definition of bank as given by the Reserve Bank of India. So, according to Reserve Bank of India, it is said that any institution which accept deposit for the purpose of lending and investing and can be withdrawable by check or draft facilities on demand will be termed as bank. There are so many parts. See, first of all, bank, they have to accept the deposit. Now, why bank they are accepting the deposit from the public? They are accepting the deposit from the public in order to give loan to the investors. Now, this money which the public is depositing in the bank and the bank is giving it to the investors has to be returned by the bank to the public whenever the customer want it back. How it will be repayable? Either by the way of check or by the way of draft. So this is the definition given by the Banking Regulation Act of 1949. We have to know this definition. So if it is a 2 marks question, we have to state about the Banking Regulation Act of 1949 and we will give this definition. So there will be no scope of any deduction of mark. Now, after knowing the definition of bank, my dear boys and girls, we have to know what are the different types of banks which exist in our country. In India, there are different types of bank. Reserve Bank of India, Commercial Bank, Developmental Bank, Cooperative Bank, Exchange Bank. But in this chapter, mainly we will concentrate with the Central Bank, that is the Reserve Bank of India, and the Commercial Bank. So what is Reserve Bank of India? Every country has one central bank whose function is to lay the rules and regulations for all other commercial bank. Not only this central bank has the power to issue the currency notes. We will discuss all these things. That why it is not given to commercial bank, why the Reserve Bank, why the central bank of the country they issue the currency notes. We also have to know and we will learn also that the Reserve Bank of India, they do not deal with the common people directly. The Central Bank of India, they deal with the government, either the state government or the central government, and also they deal with the commercial bank. We'll learn all these functions in the next portion of the chapter or maybe in my next video. In case of India, the Central Bank of India is Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India was formed in 1935, but it was not nationalized during that time. Reserve Bank of India was nationalized in the year 1949. So this is just, I have given you the introduction of the Reserve Bank of India. We'll deal with this Reserve Bank of India, the different functions of Reserve Bank of India in my next video. So today I will be teaching you about the commercial bank and the functions of the commercial bank. Actually, the bank which we refer into our day-to-day life is nothing but it is the commercial bank. It is a commercial bank, those who accept the money from the people and give it to the investors to invest. Commercial bank can also create money. Sometimes the difference comes between, what's the difference between the financial institution and the commercial bank? Financial institution can also take the deposit from the public. They can also lend the money to the investors, but they cannot create the money which can be created by the commercial bank. Now, boys and girls, you have to remember that there is a difference between the issue of currency notes and the creation of money. Reserve Bank of India, they issue the currency notes, whereas the commercial bank, they create the money. They do not issue the currency note. This we have to remember, and how the commercial bank create money, that we will learn. So let us first start with the function of the commercial bank. What are the main functions of commercial bank? The first and the foremost function of commercial bank is to accept deposit. The second most important function of the commercial bank is to give the loan to the investors. Third one is discounting bill of exchange. Fourth, to transfer the fund from one place to the other place. Fifth one, agency function, that is the commercial bank act as an agent for the customer. And definitely the last one I will discuss, as I said it to you, how the commercial bank will create money. So first, coming to the very first and the foremost function of the commercial bank, that is commercial bank accept deposit from the public. How commercial bank accept deposit from the public, to some extent I have discussed in my last video. But then also, those who have not watched that one, I will just give some kind of introduction. Commercial bank, they accept deposit from the people either by the demand deposit or by the way of the fixed deposit or the time deposit. They can also accept the deposit in the form of recurring deposit. Saving deposits are generally opened by the common household like you and me. Here the money can be deposited at any time and the money can be withdrawn at any time. by giving a very short notice to the bank. The rate of interest in case of saving account deposit is very less, sometimes 2%, sometimes 3% maybe, all right. But you can withdraw the money at any time. Then there is another type of deposit that is called the current account deposit, which are generally maintained by the businessman. In case of current account deposit which are maintained by the businessman, money can be deposited at any time, money can be withdrawn at any time, but the only difference in case of the current account deposit is that here the businessman can withdraw more money than what it is deposited in the bank. For example, if you have 5,000 rupees in the bank, in case of saving deposit, the maximum amount of money which you can withdraw is rupees 5,000. But in case of current account deposit, you can withdraw maybe 7,000. That means you are withdrawing an extra of rupees 2,000 from your bank. Here the bank charge the rate of interest on the extra amount which you have withdrawn. And if you have not withdrawn the money, then bank will not charge any kind of interest. Generally, current account do not carry any kind of interest, and if there is interest also, that is very, very less or negligible. But the current account deposit has the advantage of the overdraft facilities, that is, you can withdraw more amount of money than what is there in your bank account. The third type of deposit which the commercial bank generally accept is called the time deposit or the fixed deposit. As the name suggests, time deposit. That is, here the money has been deposited for a particular period of time, say 5 years. The consumers are not allowed to withdraw the money before 5 years of time. Here the rate of interest is maximum as compared to that of the saving deposit or the current account deposit. But does it mean that in case of emergency, the consumer will not be able to withdraw the money if he has the fixed deposit in the bank? No. Consumer can withdraw the money before the fixed period of time, but in this case, the consumer will not get any kind of interest. But if he has kept the money for the certain period of time which he has said to the bank while depositing the money, then in that case he will get the rate of interest. So these are generally the three types of deposit which the commercial bank accept from the people. Now, as I said it to you in the very beginning, why the bank accept deposit? Why the bank accepts the saving account deposit, the saving deposit or the current deposit, or you can say about the time deposit? Why they are accepting? Bank accept the deposit in order to give loan. In order to give loan to the people or to the investors. Now, when the investors they want to take loan from the commercial bank, they have to keep certain securities as a mortgage to the bank. For example, the bank can ask for gold, bank can ask for the assets, for example, the house. So if this as a gold or maybe the house which you have, if that is kept as a mortgage to the bank, then bank will give the businessman, all right, or the investors the loan which they have asked for. Now, will the bank give the full amount of loan to the investors what they are asking? Or will the bank give the less amount? That is the question. So, on the basis of how much the commercial bank is giving loan to the businessman or to the investors, according to that, we can classify the different types of loan given. For example, term loan or the outright loan. In case of term loan or the outright loan, whatever amount the businessman or the investors has asked, the full amount of that loan will be credited in the account of that businessman. Let me make it more simple. Suppose I went to State Bank of India, okay, the commercial bank, and I have asked for a loan of rupees 5 lakh. So first of all, what the bank will do? Bank will ask what kind of securities I have to give it to the bank in order to take the loan. Suppose I have some kind of gold ornaments, and I say to the bank that I have the gold ornaments and I am giving it to the bank to keep it as a mortgage, and on the basis of that, bank has sanctioned the full amount of money of rupees 5 lakh. Means whatever I have asked for rupees 5 lakh, bank has sanctioned rupees 5 lakh. So this type of loan which the bank gives, that is the total amount of loan which the bank gives, it will be termed as a term loan or the outright loan. Now always the bank will not give the full amount of money which I have asked for. Bank will verify the project which I am doing. Suppose in the second case, I have asked for a loan of rupees 5 lakh and I went to State Bank of India. And I have given the gold also as the mortgage. Now, State Bank of India, after verifying my project, State Bank of India finds that my project is not a worth of rupees 5 lakh. My project is a worth of rupees 3 lakh. So though I have asked the bank the loan of rupees 5 lakh, how much the State Bank of India is giving it to me? The State Bank of India is giving me a loan of rupees 3 lakh, and they will charge the interest only on rupees 3 lakh, which the State Bank of India will give it to me or will credit in my account. This is called the cash credit. This is called the cash credit. The second way, the second way of giving the loan. The first one, whatever I have asked for, all right, that is the outright loan. Whatever loan I have asked for, State Bank of India is giving the full amount. In the second case, I have asked for something, all right, but the bank has given me a little bit less because the bank find that my project is not a viable of rupees 5 lakh. It is viable of rupees 3 lakh. So bank is giving me a loan of rupees 3 lakh, which is known as a cash credit. The third way by which the commercial bank gives loan to the businessman or to the investor is the overdraft facilities. I have already said it to you. Suppose I have a bank account in the Bank of Baroda. All right, in the Bank of Baroda, and in my account, in my current account, I have rupees 10 lakh. And I wanted to start a coaching center. All right, I want to buy a small room with all the computers and the other thing, which will cost me rupees 25 lakh. Which will cost me rupees 25 lakh. And in my bank account, how much I have? I have rupees 10 lakh. Now, in this case, I need extra amount of rupees 15 lakh. That is, I have 10 lakh and I need another 15 lakh to make that project of rupees 25 lakh. Bank allows me to withdraw extra rupees 50 lakh from my account, and bank will charge interest on the extra 50 lakh which I am withdrawing from the bank. So how much money I have withdrawn? I have withdrawn 25 lakh. Bank has given me a check of rupees 25 lakh. But I used to have rupees 10 lakh. So extra amount which I am taking from the bank is rupees 15 lakh. So bank is charging interest on rupees 15 lakh which I am taking extra. This type of loan which the bank is giving on my account is known as overdraft facilities. That is, the businessmen, they are allowed to withdraw more amount of money than what is there in their bank account. So this is the third way of giving loan. What are the three ways of giving loan, my dear boys and girls? One is the term loan or the outright loan. Number two, it is the cash credit. Number three, it is the overdraft facility. So generally, these are the three ways by which commercial bank give loan to the customer or to the individual or to the businessman. Now coming to the third important function of the commercial bank, which also comes in your board exam, in your ISC or ISC, ICSE and in the CBSE board also. Discounting bill of exchange. Let me give you an example. A businessman of Kolkata, he purchases tea from Darjeeling. You know, Darjeeling is famous for tea. Of rupees 1 lakh. A purchaser or a businessman, he is purchasing tea from another businessman in Darjeeling, tea whose valuation is rupees 1 lakh. Now the businessman in Kolkata will not give cash to the businessman in Darjeeling. What he will do? He will give a bill, that is a paper written that this rupees 1 lakh will be paid by the businessman of Kolkata to the businessman of Darjeeling after a certain period of time. Let us say 90 days. So that bill, that is the paper where he has declared that he will give rupees 1 lakh to the businessman of Darjeeling after 90 days, signed by him, is given to the businessman in Darjeeling. And the businessman in Darjeeling has given the tea valuation of 1 lakh to the businessman in Kolkata. So what the businessman of Darjeeling will do? He will have to wait for 90 days. He will have to wait for 90 days and deposit this bill to the bank and will get his money after 90 days only, because it has been declared that the money will be given after 90 days. Now what will happen? If the businessman in Darjeeling needs the money after 60 days, not 90 days, he cannot wait for 90 days. He need the money. It's an emergency. In that case, what will happen? He will not get the money because the businessman in Kolkata said that he will give the money after 90 days. He will take the bill to the commercial bank in which he has the account, say State Bank of India. He will take the bill to the State Bank of India where he has the account. State Bank of India will now give him the value of money which is less than 1 lakh. That is, the State Bank of India will discount that rupees 1 lakh to some extent and give the other part to the businessman in Darjeeling. Let us make it more simple. Let us say that the State Bank of India discount the bill by 10%. The State Bank of India discount the bill which has been deposited by the businessman of Darjeeling to State Bank of India by 10%. That implies 10% of 1 lakh is 10,000. So 10,000 rupees will be discounted by the State Bank of India and other 90,000 will be given to the businessman in Darjeeling. All right. Now, what the State Bank of India will do now? State Bank of India will now have to wait for another 30 days. We'll have to wait for another 30 days to get the money from the businessman of Kolkata, because the businessman of Kolkata has promised in that bill that he will pay the bill after 90 days. As State Bank of India is waiting for another 30 days, so State Bank of India has discounted the bill and has given less amount to the businessman in Darjeeling. This is known as discounting bill of exchange. Very important, boys. Discounting bill of exchange, you have to understand this one, because nowadays business does not take place in cash. Now you can ask, sir, why the businessman in Kolkata says that that he will pay after 90 days. The main reason for this is this one, that businessman in Kolkata, he is getting the tea and he will try to sell it off this tea within 90 days, and then whatever amount he has collected within this 90 days, he will deposit it in the bank. All right. He will deposit in the bank, and the businessman of the Darjeeling will get back the money after 90 days. That is why he has taken the money. That is why he has declared that he will pay the money after 90 days. So this is another important function of the commercial bank. The other function of commercial bank is the transfer of fund. With the help of the commercial bank, the fund can be transferred from one place to the other place. Maybe from here, Darjeeling, I want to pay the fees of my child, all right, in Kolkata. It can be done. It can be done by the way of you can say the interbank transaction. It can be way by the help of the telegraph transfer. It can be done by the way of the bank draft. It can be done by the way of the mail. All right, there are different ways by which the fund can be transferred from one place to other place, because the bank has the interlink between themselves, so that the money can be transferred from one bank to the other bank. Commercial bank also act as an agent. Commercial bank also act as an agent. How it is? If we instruct the commercial bank, all right, the please pay the bill, please pay my electricity bill or my insurance premium, all right, the bank will do that one. I have an account in ICSE bank. I instruct the ICSE bank that my electricity bill has to be paid, all right, after every 3 months. I instruct the ICSE bank that I have the premium of Life Insurance Corporation of India, which has to be paid each and every month. They will do that. In the same way, the commercial bank also receives the income which I receive from different person, from the different places. Commercial bank can also act as an agent. That is, commercial bank, if I ask the commercial bank that please buy these shares or these mutual funds, all right, commercial bank will do that one. But for this, we have to open one account which is known as the demat account. Sometimes they give, what do you mean by demat account? Demat account is nothing but that is called the dematerialized account. So if we open the demat account and ask the commercial bank that you purchase these shares or you sell that mutual fund, the commercial bank will do in behalf of me. Very interesting. There are so many other functions of commercial bank. Okay, we will not discuss all these things because of the shortage of time, all right, and that is not there in the syllabus also. But definitely in my next video, I will explain you the process of credit creation. That is how the commercial bank will create credit. Okay, Please keep it in mind, it is not the issue of the currency note, because the commercial bank cannot issue the currency note. But what they can do, they can create the money. So in my next video, I will try to teach you the process of credit creation by the commercial bank. Thank you so much, boys and girls. Okay, and those who are watching the video, I hope you will like the way I taught you the different functions of the commercial bank. Okay, and the definitions of the bank. So if you like it, please subscribe. Please subscribe the video and try to share it with as many numbers of students as possible, because that will give me some kind of motivation, some kind of boost. All right. So stay safe. Stay safe. Namaskar. Jai Hind. And bye from Thinkonomics Study with Navarun.